Yes, blessed love, blessed family. Um, I know I said that I'd be giving you weekly or daily updates actually, but I've been so consumed with planning and online meetings and what have you in lead up to the march because we need to get it tight. And contacting as many organizations as I possibly can. You know, making sure that people are sharing it and spreading it, and making sure that the word gets out there because we've got nothing to be afraid about. The trolls are out in force all over my page, even people with fake profiles that look like me making comments that look like I've made them on my page. All that they can do to silence the voices that they know will be coming. So don't be intimidated because we're not intimidated. Yeah? Make sure that you come out in force on October the 16th, 2021, 12 till 5 p.m. in Windrush Square. And if you can start to gather earlier so that we can start at 12 p.m. Because you know black people time already. If you say 12 p.m., they're coming at 2 p.m. Come before 12 p.m. to start for 12 p.m. on October the 16th, Windrush Square. It's a call to action, my sisters and brothers. It's for too long now. You know, people can run with the narrative of, where's the evidence and they're lying. So many people can't be lying across a period of time that spans 30, 40 years. So many people can't be lying. And when we're talking about evidence, not all the evidence is shared. I need to repeat that. Why? Because there are ongoing police investigations. Yeah? Or there are pending police investigations. Victims are, when they first present, they don't always feel in a place or safe enough to be able to go to the police because the police aren't trusted. Yeah, they've previously tried that, or they realize the situation, how they'll be labeled. You know, most victims that go to the police, even in a live rape, are sometimes described as being raped again by the system. So it's a very daunting thing, and not everybody's ready for that straight away. What I would say to people is if you don't understand it, just stop talking. Have no opinion unless you've really brushed up and swatted up on these issues because they run deep, you know, psychologically. This week we've seen some developments where Tanya Stevenson, the reggae artist, has rehashed her story. You know, there seems to be a tide and a movement of people that want to tell their stories. You know, there's a crest. It's opened up a can of worms, this whole thing. And whether or not she's believed this time round, because I remember it the first time round a few years ago, is another story. But we've also seen R. Kelly that many wanted to have conjecture about, convicted now. Is that good enough for people? Some it will be, some it won't, because such is the nature of this beast. But the really pressing question for me is, the level of scaremongering that's been going on my page, and whether or not sisters feel intimidated or whether or not sisters feel protected by the men in our community. Now there are a few good men, as I always say. There's a few good brothers that, quite a few good brothers actually, who are supporting the movement, who will be attendance in the day on in attendance on the day, who fully support and are willing to protect the sisters and put themselves on the line. So we love them, we respect them. They are our brothers. But yeah, there's no live tonight. And I did say there was not going to be no lives in the lead up to the march, but I may well have a live quite soon, possibly the week before or even sooner. I think it's needed for us to galvanize as much as we possibly can. And we do have to galvanize. So let us do that, and let us do that as a community, as I always say. Um, Tonight, I'm going to be speaking with one of our brothers that is fully in support of the movement. I think it's fitting that we highlight those people and who they are, and support them as much as we possibly can, because it isn't just us sisters. It's not, there's been suggestions that we're men haters and all the rest of it. Try that old bean somewhere else. We love our brothers. We love our correct brothers, our alpha males, because a lot of these brothers out here believe that being an alpha male is about beating your chest or being strong, physically. An alpha male, first and foremost, protects and provides. Those are the two main core principles with being an alpha male. They protect and they provide. And there's a lot that goes into that, into protecting and providing. Yeah, so, we're going to unpack that. I'm going to be on YouTube on the Black Betterment broadcast. So tune in. I'm going to put the description down below. And yeah, we're going to chop it up, man, because we have to have that conversation. Are black women feeling as if they're protected by their men? I've got many aspects where I feel I'm not. And in some aspects, I feel that, you know, there are brothers that are willing to stand up and protect us, but there's not enough. And yeah, so we're going to unpack that at 10 p.m. tonight on YouTube. Look for the link in the whatever below. Take care, my brothers and sisters, and I'm going to speak to you real soon with updates. As I say, we're galvanizing. Security is going to be tight on the day, my sisters. Do not fear anybody. You've lived in fear for long enough, and it is now time that we stood up for ourselves, because it has gone on for long enough and we have to have our voices heard. Justice needs to be served. The police need to reopen cases where previously there was no evidence. Now there is more corroboration. There's a whole host of things that need to happen, and we are going to talk about that. So blessed love, my brothers and sisters. Join YouTube later on. Black Betterment broadcast. See you there at 10 p.m. Blessed.